So in the previous class, we are discussing about the inline JavaScript and internal JavaScript. Inline JavaScript is element-specific JavaScript, and internal JavaScript is page-specific JavaScript. See how many pages you have, that number of times we need to write a script tag for that. So, for example, one application we have 4 pages, so 4 times we need to write a script tag open, script tag close, right? And that is internal JavaScript. Now coming to the one more JavaScript is external JavaScript. This is most recommended in real time. Recommended in real time. Okay, so very important. Most important thing in the real time. People will use external JavaScript in real time. For example, you may have an application. You may have an application which is going to be having 100 plus pages. So one application, we have 100 plus pages. For all the pages, we can apply single JS file. Or we can create a single JS file. We can create and inject. Single JS file. For example, so I create a file.js. I create a file.js, and inside the file.js, I can implement a lot of JS code. So that same JS code for 100 pages, I can able to inject. For the same JS file, I can inject for 100 pages. 100 times we can inject. 100 times we can inject single JS file. It may be a file.js. For example, the file name is file.js. I can inject for 100 pages at the same time. And what is the way of injection? This is a way of injection. How to integrate external JS for HTML. How to integrate external JS for HTML? This is the question for me. How to integrate external JS for HTML? This is the question for me now. How to integrate is very simple. So there is a process called script SRC. SRC is the special important attribute. SRC is the special important attribute what we can utilize in the open tag. Script open, script close. For the script open, I have to give an important attribute called SRC, source, which may have some single quotes or double quotes. And we try to implement whatever the file you have, that particular file, we can inject a file.js. File.js. The same file.js I need to integrate for the same script file. And this could be including for 100 times or 1,000 times, whatever you want. For each and every web page, we have to inject the same script. Each and every HTML page, we have to inject the same script. So this is the most important thing we have to remember and we need to understand. And let me try to work out with a simple example how to write external JavaScript. So external JS.html. Okay, so I want to create a new script file now. It is going to be something like a file.js. And inside the file.js, I'm trying to write in a simple alert box. Alert, external JS is loading. External JS is loading. I want to access that particular external JS now, file.js. Just try to integrate. That's all. It's all done. This is external JavaScript loading process. Just like a simple comment I'm trying to giving a simple comment over there. External JS loading process. Script SRC. When I said SRC attribute for the script, automatically the file.js which is integrating. No? Now you try to save the both files, file.js and HTML file, and try to open the browser. If you open the browser, you can see, yeah, external JS is loading fine. External JS is loading fine. Very important. You may have a number of HTML files. You may have hundreds of HTMLs. You may have thousands of HTMLs. We don't care about it. same file.js is going to be trying to implement in the HTML.js. Am I clear? Who joined? Mahendra, am I clear now? How HTML.js will be? The one more important thing, loading JS loading preferences. JS loading preferences. Which JS will load first, which JS will load next, all these things we have to understand. Okay, so inline JS, internal JS, and external JS. So anytime inline JS is first preference. Then after that, JS will execute line by line process. Line by line process. It may have, suppose for example, if I load internal first, then external. So external will load, this is first priority. Priority. Yeah, priority. Okay, if I load external and internal, if I load external, then internal, this is the first priority. Okay. In this way, you try to work out with the multiple loading files. For example, this is the external file, right? Let me take a new file now and JS preferences, JS loading.html. This is my external, but now I'm trying to working with the internal JS also. And for this internal JS, I want to write something. Internal, how to write internal? Script open, script close. And here also I'm writing some alert box. Internal JavaScript is loading. Let me write inline also. For inline, I will take a body. Okay, let me take a body onload event. Let me close the body at end of the script. Close the body at end of the script. Yeah, end of the web page. For body, I want to write inline. Suppose here inline, right? Onload. Let me write onload attribute. Onload alert. Give the single quotes. Inline loading here. Now tell me which is the first output, which alert box will come first. Some alert which is available in inline JavaScript, some alert which is available in internal JavaScript, some alert which is available in external JavaScript. So which alert will come first? Anybody? First alert is internal JavaScript. Internal JavaScript is loading. Why? Because of remember one thing. So here it is DOM. JavaScript is loading before the DOM. Body is the DOM object. Body is the document object. But some JavaScript is available from the internal and external. But internal will load first. Why? Because of internal is in the first line. Internal is in the first line and external is in the second line. See, alert box case is different and DOM manipulation is different. Later we will discuss one example in the kind of DOM manipulation. But this time you try to go with alert boxes. Alert boxes are not coming from the document. Alert boxes are coming from the window level. In DOM architecture, you can understand who is the window, who is the document, who is the browser. In DOM architecture, you can understand who is document, who is window, who is the browser, and all. But now I'm trying to working with the alert message which is related to the window, not for the document. But body is the document. Document is not ready. Window is already ready. From the window, some alert function is coming. But document not getting ready till the existing window level script loading. So that is our reason. First one, external will come, then inline will. Can you see an answer? First internal, then external, then inline. Inline is last. Why? Because of this is body, this is document. Document not loads. Document is waiting mode till the internal and external will load. till the alert boxes are coming from the internal. Am I clear? So here I'm not working with the DOM. So after the DOM architecture, we try to understand how the things are getting. In this example, first internal will load, then external will load, then only inline will. Why? Because that is in the level of body, that is in the level of document. Am I clear? Don't confuse. Don't confuse. We will be having multiple examples on this. We will be having multiple DOM changes or style changes and all. So when we come to the DOM changes, when we do the style changes, then you try to understand how the things are going to be happening. Let's try to jump into the one more section. There are some other important methods we have. Important methods like what is this alert function? Why we are using alert function? What is this prompt function? Why we are using a prompt function? What is this console.log function? Console.log function. What is the purpose of the console.log? What is this document.write function? What is the purpose of this document.write? We will try to understand all these methods. So alert. Now let's go with alert function. This is a JS method which we'll use for load alert messages. Alert messages. And we will write alert in two ways. One is single quotes, one in double quotes. You can use single quotes and double quotes both. Both are okay, fine. Come to the prompt. This is a JS function which we'll use for load, or which we'll use for take input from user and store into browser memory. Come to the prompt. So you can write prompt in two ways. Prompt with single quotes, prompt with the double quotes. Don't write capital letters. JavaScript is case sensitive. Remember one important note point here. JS is case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive? Capital is capital, smaller is smaller. Capital is capital. Capital is capital, and small here is smaller. That is case sensitive. So you have to follow the case sensitive programming here. And come to console.log. Console.log. This is a JS function. Is used for print console outputs. Print console outputs in browser console. Browser console. Okay, so you may write console.log in two different ways. Console.log with the single quotes and console.log with the double quotes also. You can write single quotes and you can write double quotes both. And come to this one, document.write. And again, this one. Okay, so we will see multiple examples on this, don't worry. This is again a JS function which we'll use for print document outputs. Document outputs on top of the browser, on top of the browser, outputs on top of the browser. Okay, so how to write the document.write once? Document.write. Document.write with the single quotes and document.write with the double quotes. Document.write with the double quotes. Both you can work on. So we may see multiple examples on this, don't worry. File, save. We can see multiple examples on this. Let me close all the files here. So first one is alert box. Let me go with alert. Alert dot. Okay, let me go with the small letters. Alert .html. Write a script then and write a alert function. Alert, hello, I am JS. Now one more alert I want to write. For example, I want to calculate the two numbers where x is equal to 10, where y is equal to 20, and where z is equal to x plus y. Then alert z. Fine, execute it. Open in default browser. And you may have hello, I am JS. That is the first alert. And 30 is the second alert. Yeah, we have two alert boxes. And I want to see the summation. Alert summation is comma z. Summation is something. So let me go with the plus symbol. Summation is z. Now you can go and refresh it. Hello, I am in JS and 30 and summation is 30. That's fine. So we have three alert functions. So alerts basically coming from window level. Later we will discuss about the DOM architecture and what is the major difference between the compilation and implementation, all those things. Those things are fundamentals for interview. The behind of the JavaScript, how JavaScript execution is going to be working on. And we will have some separate class about the consoles, how to work with the consoles and how to work with the debugging in JavaScript. Come to the one more topic, prompt.html. And let me write a script over there. Okay, script. Let's go with the prompt message. Prompt, enter first number. For example, enter first number or enter first name. Let me concatenate with the names. Let me concatenate with the names and store the name where f name. Where f name is equal to. Where f name is equal to enter first name. Where l name. Prompt, enter last name. So we have two names here. One is first name, one is last name. And finally, where full name is equal to first name, f name, f name, plus I want to give the space, just give a space, plus l name, last name. That's fine. Okay, so finally I want to give the alert box. So alert and full name is plus full name. This is a program, simple program. What prompt is doing, prompt is actually taking input from the user. User entered some first name that's stored into the name. And user entered second last name. Suppose if I execute the program, one box will come, one prompt box will come, and user entered some data. When user entered the first name data, that's stored into the F name. When user entered the second name, that's stored into the L name. And in the third line and fifth line, what is this line fifth? Second, first name got filled. In the third, second, last name got filled. In the fifth, what is going to be? Full name is going to be filling. And how this full name is going to be filling? Whatever the name you have in the first name plus space, three strings are concatenated. Three strings are concatenated. And finally, in the seventh line, alert box came with a picture. The alert box, some string and string again. This is also again concatenation. Here, the plus symbol is working as concatenation operator, not an arithmetic operator. Plus have two forms. One, sometime working with the numbers, it is working as a arithmetic operator. Working with the strings, it is working as a concatenation. Now, plus is working as concatenation. Remember. Now, let's try to clear the drawings. Clear drawings and close it. And just execute the code. Okay, so enter first name. So it is asking me, what is the first name of you? Okay, I'm just giving Srinivas. Srinivas got stored into the F name. Srinivas got stored into the first name. So somewhere it is going to be getting issue. I need to get two prompts. Okay, the spelling mistake. prompt spelling mistake. That is the very reason second prompt not came. First name Srinivas and enter. Last name something like Goran and click on OK. Full name is Srinivas Goran. I got alert box. This time it is alert box. What alert box is saying? Alert box is actually reflecting your full name. First name taken and stored into the F name. First name taken from the input and stored into the F name. Last name taken from the input and stored into the L name. And again, full name is first name and last name. Both are actually taking values and stored. So we will be having a simple projects on this. Multiple kind of calculators, multiple kind of bill calculators or percentage calculators, all these things we will see. The coming sessions, we will be having multiple small applications, small projects like a bill calculation, percentage calculation, different kind of things, product price calculation or employee salary calculation, different kind of applications we will see using with the products. Am I clear all those things?